Welcome back. This is our final session, and we're going to be talking again about a program that we're having on April 23rd at 2 p.m. at the Pahrump Nugget. We want you all there, and we're going to be talking about this revolutionary blood test. And I think Jim calls it 4K. So Jim, tell us about the 4K blood test.
All right. This is a blood test that's been something like 30 years in the making. The test is developed by a company called OPKO, O-P-K-O, symbol OPK on the market. If you want to pull it up and go to their website. Excuse me. I got a frog in my throat, I think. They worked in coordination with the Sloan at Ketterling Hospital back east. And this has been many years in the making. I'd like to give you some statistics there. If I can quit coughing, geez. There's 1.1 million men biopsies in the United States every year. And out of that, there's about 300,000 that are classified with cancer.
So how many, again, actually have biopsies?
1.1 million.
1.1 million. And how many actually have cancer?
300,000.
Oh, man, that's a big drop.
300,000 are diagnosed now. That don't. If it's a false reading, then they might not have it. That is a big number. One in 7 men in I'm dealing with Caucasians. 1 in 7 would be diagnosed with prostate cancer, and I think 1 in 4, 80, about 1 in 4 point something will die from prostate cancer. Now you have to factor in the fact that prostate cancer takes your system down, your immune system, real bad. Okay. The drugs are another consideration. They cause neuropathy, heart failure, diabetes, things like that. And I've got most of those diseases myself, and I think it's from the cancer. I'm fortunate that I'm service-connected for Agent Orange for my prostate cancer. This 4K score test, I've read a couple different numbers of the number of people that were involved in the test, but it's up in the thousands. This brochure here says 22,017 in 12 different groups. What they did is they took guys that were scheduled for a biopsy, and just before they went for the biopsy, they gave them the 4K score blood test. And after they went ahead and got their biopsy, and then they compared the two results. And the 4K score blood test was about 96% accurate in agreeing with the other ones. It also is a predictor of aggressive cancer for up to the next 20 years. Their test goes off right now. Right now we have 2 places that I know of that do the test in southern Nevada. One is in Boulder City. If anybody's interested, you can call me at my local number, 727-7482. If you've got a problem, I suggest you write my number down. You can call me anytime, and I'm in the phone book. But what this test is they take the blood test. It's 2 vials. It comes as a kit. They send out a kit with 2 vials, and they just fill that up with blood, and they send it off. It's been going to Nashville, Tennessee, and they diagnose it and come back in 3 days, and they give you a reading of 1 to 100.
Jim, let me stop you there just for a minute. In the PSA, in the regular biopsy, how long does it take to get results?
It depends on which lab it goes to.
Sometimes a week, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
and here's a blood test instead of a biopsy. And those of you who've had a biopsy, you know it's painful. I'd much rather have a blood test. And Jim just said the blood test will also tell you how aggressive your cancer is if you have cancer. The PSA won't tell you that. The biopsy doesn't tell you that, but this blood test will tell you that. So again, I want to repeat, on April 23rd, Saturday, at 2 o'clock at the Pahrump Nugget, we're going to have the people to talk about this blood test. So come on out so you can get more information on that. Now, Jim's going to give you some more information. We want you to write all this down, and you can also ask questions when you come on April 23rd. So, you know, education to me is power. And the more you know, the more you can ask, and the more you can prevent this dreadful disease from taking your life or someone that you love. Okay, Jim, go ahead.
I lost my train of thought there.
I'm sorry, Jim.
You talked too long. Where was I at? The Gleason score. Anyway, you've seen the graphs. They take two readings, they add them together, and it gives you a 1 to 10 a reading. Gleason 6 is intermediate. That means you and your doctor decide if you're going to take aggressive action or not. Below Gleason 6, you're safe for watchful waiting. Now, this OPCO people, and let me give you a little background now. I discovered this by I do my own investing, and I was looking up OPCO as an investment. In fact, I did buy some stock. We got the sales manager from Denver, the guy that runs the Western region for sales for the biotechs. OPCO just bought out a biotech company, a big one that's worldwide. They have all kinds of salespeople. They just got up to 200 sales force to advertise this 4K score test. Mm-hmm. And I just read in a recent conference call that they're doubling that number from 200 to 400. One guy was from Denver. The other guy was a supervisor from down in Phoenix. So we're getting the guys in charge out here giving us this presentation. The last presentation was outstanding. We had 25 guys show up at the little room in the hospital, and that equals the most people we've had for a presentation. And we've had two world-renowned cancer doctors come out before, but unfortunately they've both got so busy they don't have time to come out. My doctor is working himself to death. On your question, if I can badmouth the VA a little bit, on how long does it take to get the results back? When Topo was here, he found out that the VA down in Vegas was taking biopsy test, and it was taking 18 months, and they still hadn't got the reports back to the individuals.
Oh, okay.
So that's how long it can take, Tom.
Okay. I'd much rather take a blood test. It's going to take 2 or 3 days. So. And
the VA, Topo had so much on the VA, they tried to fire him, but they couldn't get anything on him. Let me get into this test, though. I showed 27,000 people here that went through this test, and it turned out to be 97% accurate. Now, where do we go to here? The biopsy not only can give you false readings, it can cause infection, and a lot of people believe that it helps spread the cancer once you go in there and interrupt the cancer cells. There's no science that backs that up, but still a lot of people believe that. Mm-hmm. The bad part, if they do get a slightly aggressive reading, your urologists are all trained to do an aggressive trade in prostate cancer. You've got the ones that'll do surgery, radiation, seed implants, cryosurgery, which I hadn't mentioned before, which is freezing. There's a doctor over in Ventura, California that does that. He runs tubes through your prostate, and he runs what is the chilled chemical there that freezes when you go get your spray can.
Almost like dry ice?
No, it's something else. Anyway, it freezes your prostate, kills the cancer. And I can't give medical advice, folks, but to you guys that do have a problem, if I were starting over, what I would do would go to Dr. Bond over in Ventura. And if he told me that I need to take some aggressive action, I would have the freezing done, followed by external beam radiation.
Okay.
To get what little bit might be missed.
Now, Jim, we're going to have to wind it down. So,
Okay.
we're always running out of time. We know
Yeah.
that.
Everybody over age 45 in this valley, males, need to come to this presentation.
Okay.
The females, we get more action out of them if they come. We have some coming to our meetings now. We encourage that. So the wives, grab your husband by the ear, because they like to go stick their head in the sand, and that really gets to me.
Yep.
You know, I get tired of sitting here trying to preach to the people that need it, pass along my information that I've learned the hard way, and they go stick their head in the sand and say, oh, yeah. You know,
Okay,
my
Jim.
doctor will take care of me. God's going to take care of me. I think I'm finally running out of minutes.
That's what it's all about. And don't forget, Saturday, April 23rd at 2 p.m., Pahrump Nugget. Come out, find out more about this revolutionary test. And we want you to come back. And we'll be talking to you again next month. And we'll have some more information for you. Thanks. Don't forget to write all that down.
Yeah, let me say, I tell it like it is, folks.